Okay, I'm going to give you a quick tour of Double Helix, which is one of two education resource pilots we've been working on over the last year or so using FORMotion. This is an excerpt from a work by Sharon, Phoenix Dance Theatre, called Repetition of Change. I'm going to start by loading it in to FORMotion. So I'm going to open module, Repetition of Change pilot module. The credits. And we come in here at the sort of opening screen. This is a screen for the entire dance work, Repetition of Change. You can view the entire dance by clicking here. You can also view the choreographer, the director's commentaries.
Repetition of Change is really an exploration for me, and looking into DNA. I can't necessarily say it's about what DNA does, what DNA becomes.
And there's a few different questions here. You can go through and listen to Sharon, the ideas behind the work. So that's a good introduction to Repetition of Change. You can print off some more details of the dance there by going off to PDF print. You can also bring up the teacher's guide. Now this is a really important document. This will take you through not only how to use the software, but also the sort of the methodology of teaching, the theory behind the practice. And that's been written by Dr. Jacqueline Smith-Ortard, and there's loads of information in there for dance teachers about how to use this resource. So that's your opening screen. The idea behind this was that we took an excerpt from a dance like Repetition of Change, take a little small excerpt for closer study, and this pilot unit here is what we came up with. So this is the double helix, split into appreciation, performance, and composition sections, and appropriate for levels 1, 2, and 3. So let's go in. Again, link to the teacher's guide. You can also print all the worksheets, or there's one big PDF document there you can link to. Start by going into appreciation. The first thing is the students will watch the excerpt through, then they'll watch it again and attempt to answer various questions here on the right hand screen. We've also provided answers according to the sort of Phoenix Dance Theatre answers, not definitive answers, but they're there to provide cues for students. They're all there. Again, printable worksheet. You can view full screen. So yeah, that's kind of the appreciation section. It kind of hinges on watching the excerpt and talking through these various questions. So ploughing quickly on, we'll go to performance. Performance is split into 3 levels. Levels 1, 2, and 3, and the content adjusts appropriately for level. The actual motif that you're set to learn how to perform has been modified regarding to level, and by level 3 you're actually learning what the professional dancers in the company are performing. We'll start by going to key movement skills. This is the same for all 3 levels. It's going through the software. This is where you select the various clips, video clips, and you can also make them full screen. Link to the teacher's guide there. So we'll start with the first key movement skill.
Hands up towards the ceiling. So I want the fingertips to be touching the ceiling, so there's no bent arm, yes, in this business. Right up. 1, 2, 8 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But at the same time, we're going down with the feet, so we're pressing the soles of the feet.
So yeah, there's four of these key movement skills that you should master before attempting to learn the piece. If you're going to learn the steps, you can get various sections here. Technical elements is the first one. This is a long video taking you through various technical elements that are needed.
So, level 2, we're going to bend the knee. This time we're thinking about maybe kicking a football as far
Change camera angle.
away. And we're going to come up into the parallel position. Same arms
Again,
as before.
worksheets.
And bend the knee.
Now, this is where the students are first given access to the full complement of features provided by FORMotion. This is what we call free play mode, and it's basically the same functions and features that the professional dancers use in the studio with our FORMotion archives. So this is where you access the video clips. They're organised by where they appear on the stage. So front view here, overhead, left, right, back. You can also view a performance of the piece in the theatre. The rest are all studio shots. And it's the same on both screens. So that's where you load them in. Play controls, each screen's got its own separate play controls, and you've also got global controls for when the two screens are synced together. Here you've got various other useful links you can make each screen full screen, enlarge one of them, or create loops, and a link to the teacher's guide. So we'll start by putting the front view into screen 1 and overhead view into screen 2. Press sync, press play. And it's as simple as that. In free play mode, you can't change views on the fly like you can in some of the sort of preset modes. So when changing view, it's a good idea to rewind, disable sync, pick your next view, sync, then play. But it's all explained in the teacher's guide, and it's only in this free play mode where you have to do a few more steps to get what you want. It is literally sort of open access to the software. In the other modes, for example, if you were learning the motif in level 2, you'll notice that a lot more is done for you. So there's the front view. Midway through, you say, oh, I want to go and view it from the overhead view as well. And it skips to the right place for you. So a lot of it is automated in the other modes. So I'm going to quickly go through some of the other things that are available. We've got qualities. Synchronized diagrams in screen 2. The key. Worksheet. Spatial features. And practice to music, so if you're doing level 1 or 2 performance, you can practice with the original music there. You can also, using pretty much the same system, learn the duo as well as the double helix motif. So that's pretty much your performance section. Moving on to the composition section, this is split into 3 tasks of increasing difficulty. So task 1 is applicable to levels 1, 2 and 3. By the time you get to level 3, it's for the higher level students, but they are progressive, so even the high level students are encouraged to work through all 3 tasks. So this is based on the professional dancers from Phoenix Dance Theatre using Sharon's DNA coordinate words to come up with their own compositions. I'll let Josh take it from here.
So the solar material was made up from different coordinates, so I'm just going to break down 3 of the coordinates I used to make the solar with. So the first one is roll. So we start with the fingertips, going down, transfer the weight onto one leg, and you roll the wrist over the top of your head to look at your hand. So once more, transfer the weight onto your right leg, roll the wrist, and look at your hand. The second one is opening, so you're going to open your...
So even even within this task, it is of increasing difficulty. So while Josh here is pretty much talking you through every movement individually, once you get to fill,
starts with shear, hand against the body, round the head, forces the head into a twist.
he's still talking you through the movements, but you have to look them up yourself from diagrams such as this. And by the time you get to Sam and Andreas, there's no commentary at all. So you're trying to spot these coordinates for yourselves. In-depth worksheets to go through with all of this, so it's all kind of spelled out for you. And then we've also got students performing the same task that the professional dancers will set using DNA.
Seven, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2.
Task 2 is all about developing original motifs. So you get the original on screen 1, and then it plays the development on screen 2.
To the front, turn around and down, come.
And then just skip on. Yeah, then you get both together.
Zap, parallel. 7, 8, 1, 2.
Both audio streams.
Turn around and down, come up 1, 2, 3, bend the knees 4, up, and around.
And the same's done with the professional dancers with their duos. So yeah, you get to see the motif development and then motif development together. This is all about how you can use motif and development to create a duo. Contact. Then compose a duo using the original motif and its development. So these are the final duos I came up with. The last little section here is another free play mode. This free play mode gives you access to all 4 of those outcomes and the different camera angles thereof. So you can learn them for yourselves. So that's a very quick guide to repetition of change, to double helix, our pilot education resource using FORMotion for Phoenix Dance Theatre.